All right, so today I'm going to be modeling the intentional teaching of identifying emotions by the facial cues. It's an evidence-based practice, so it's really important to use the evidence-based inclusion practices so that all children can participate and have access to the instruction. So, in other words, River's able to be successful because we'll teach him how to identify his own emotions and those of others. And if he learns to do that, then his relationships with others will improve and challenging behavior will hopefully decrease. And so we're going to be starting with the basic emotions and then moving on to the more advanced emotions like excited and frustrated. And it's really funny because just from my personal experience in Andrea's class, I was talking with one of the children's moms, and she was talking about how everything makes Autumn excited. That she had never known this word before, and now that she knows it, she uses it all the time. Right. And so hopefully that is what we can help these kids too, is just to figure out that there are more emotions. All right, so we created the skill set rubric 2 days ago. And so we said that we're going to introduce the feelings chart and just refer back to the one that you've been using this whole year. And then explaining the rationale. So it's important that we understand how we feel each day so we can make good choices and express how we're feeling in the right way. So just explain it to them why it's important. And then we decided that we would go through the emotions, just kind of a recap, and have them identify the emotions on the feelings chart. And then playing the game of rolling the dice, having them guess what that emotion is, and then asking them what makes you blank. Okay. So does that still feel comfortable?
Yep.
That sequence? Okay. All right, so we're going to just write down a little modeling plan. It's a really informal plan, but it's just saying like exactly how we're going to introduce it to the kids and what my role is going to be in it, and then what your role is going to be in it.
Okay.
So like last time, your role was to see how the kids responded, so that that can be it, or you can take notes, or just observe me. It's whatever feels comfortable to you. So how will the kids be? Well, first, how will you participate?
I think just sitting there, just seeing how the kids react to it.
Okay. So Tracy will pay attention to the kids' reactions. And I think the kids, for the most part, know me, so I don't feel like it needs to be formally introduced.
Right.
But how are we going to introduce it to the kids?
Maybe like.
So it can just be me just starting and pulling out the feelings chart and just starting it that way, saying, referring back to the feelings check-in that they're already familiar with.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
So I'll refer back to their feelings check-in at the beginning of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then all right, so you'll just be responsible for paying attention to how the kids react. I'll refer back to the feelings check-in and then go through the skill set rubric, and then play the game, and I think that pretty much sums it up. We'll just introduce it to them by referring back to what they've been doing this whole year. So do you feel like this meets your learning style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Perfect.
All right, nothing needs to change with that. And so how does this strategy, and this gets repetitive, but it's important, how does this strategy promote inclusion for everybody in the class?
Because I think all the kids need to know like different feelings, like different ways to express themselves and how they're feeling. So I think it would be really cool to introduce that to all of them.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So once again, it just promotes inclusion by making sure that everyone can participate and have access to the instruction, and then over time their behaviors will hopefully decrease because they'll be more apt to being able to express themselves.
Yep.
All right, so how can this rubric be individualized for special needs or behaviors? So like with River, how could that be individualized for him?
We can make a smaller one with the faces. That probably breaks it down for him, because I know the words probably don't mean anything, so just breaking it down and personalizing it for him personally. So maybe pictures of maybe just him personally would probably help.
Yeah. It'd be easier for him to identify himself rather than cartoon pictures.
Or people he just don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so personalized pictures. And hopefully he comes back sometime this week, and we can make that for him and incorporate it in the lesson once he gets back. All right. And once again, the rationale for modeling is just so that you can see me do the skills in the exact sequence, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about how it went and change it up a little bit if we need to. And then the rationale for the skill set rubric is just to make sure that we are going through these steps with fidelity, so that we're really actually teaching in a way that is evidence-based and has been proven to help the kids learn.
Okay.
Sweet.